Welcome to SharpenTheHustle.com podcast with Jesse Miller. We're working hard as a given, but results are how we measure success. We interview successful business owners that'll help you sharpen your hustle.
What's up, everybody? This is Jesse Miller with SharpenTheHustle.com podcast. And today I have Jason Daniels here. He's the founder of Titan Success Academy, and I'm going to let him take it from there. Introduce yourself, bud.
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm Jason Daniels. They call me the Titan. I'm the president of Titans Electrical, and I have just opened the Titan Success Academy to coach and mentor businesses and business owners on the struggles that people come across when starting a business. It's beginner entrepreneurs that are joining my program. You know, we find ourselves very structured throughout our lives, and we hate the structure. So we get to a point where we want to jump out and start our own business. And then we jump out there to start our own business and realize that we've always been told what to do, where to be, when to do this, and how to do that. And if we've never had to implement structure ourselves, sometimes that can be a little tough. Found a lot of people calling me, asking me how to manage that. So we offer accountability, help instill confidence, and tackle some of those strategies and structures, put those structures in place to help startup businesses make sure that they're one of the 10 that succeed instead of 9 of the 10 that fail.
Man, that's an incredible service. The failure rate is just immense, man. So I love what you guys are doing. Walk us through how you got here, man. What made you want to become a business coach?
Man, I feel like I've been pushed into that area last year. No, actually it was this January. I had a business owner give me a call, asked me to go out and have lunch with him. He just wanted to pick my brain. This guy's been in business twice as long as me. He's got a company that's twice as profitable as mine. But there was still something that he saw in me that intrigued him. And after a conversation, he said, "Man, some of the things that resonate with you and your culture, I think are some of the things that are lacking in my company. Can I cut you this check, and you come and speak to my guys at my company, and maybe that would help us out a little bit?" Man, I would have done it for free, but that's right then I realized, hey, this can be monetized. My intellectual property has a value, and people are seeking it out. And I thought it was a one-time deal. Went spoke at his company. It helped. They turned things around. They're really doing well right now. I've been invited to come back and speak twice a year, and start training some of the guys there one-on-one. Then I started being asked to speak, to come out to events, business conferences. And so companies calling me going and speaking. And then once I started speaking, individuals started calling and saying, "Hey, that topic that you were speaking on, that really touched me. Can I talk to you for a few minutes and kind of get some more insight?" And the more I was speaking, the more I realized that people are really, really gravitating to my message and my story. I mean, all I do is get up there and talk about what I've been through. I can't teach about things I haven't done. But what I have done, I can definitely help some people miss the pitfalls and at least be a little bit smarter about it than I was, because nobody helped me. I got out there and did it completely by myself, built this company with these hands and just a little bit of knowledge I had between these ears here. So as more and more people started asking, I actually had people, "Hey, do you coach? You should coach. Are you a mentor? Can I call you from time to time? Can I reach out to you? Why don't you open a Facebook group and do this with people?" And so I started a mastermind group, and it just, throughout this year, it's been about 10 steps that have led up to where I'm at right now, which is starting Titan Success Academy, where people are going to be able to enroll. It'll be a monthly subscription. And we're just going to pack that thing full of value. We're going to unpack different concepts every week. We're going to hold people accountable. We're going to help instill confidence and really try to give people a leg up as they are starting business.
Man, it's a cool story. Was the company that you worked for, was that a competitor, or were they in a business that was cohesive with yours, or where you guys could work together?
It's a business that's cohesive. I actually knew the owner prior to this, but it was something that he saw in one of my videos on Facebook. I was encouraged last year to start branding myself across Facebook, and so I took some pointers from some people who obviously knew what they were talking about, and they gave me some homework. I started kind of pushing in that area. I was always a real positive guy. I always see the silver lining. I always find a good reason to smile, even in tragedy. I operate well in chaos. Pressure is my best friend. And so while everybody else is running around with their pants on fire, man, I'm the one that's cool, calm, and figuring out a way to make things work.
Dude, that's awesome. There's a couple other things I want to dig into here. So, tell us about some of the hard knock lessons that you had to learn on your own. We didn't really touch on the background of what you've done prior to this. Walk us through that, man.
All right. Well, I am the president of Titans Electrical Incorporated here in Memphis, Tennessee. We've been in business almost 6 years. I started this business about 5.5 years ago with an old beat-up truck, less than $2,000 in my pocket, used ladder and a little bag of tools, and I started going out just doing little services for people. And I recall times where I would lay on my couch looking at my daughter and just praying for the phone to ring so that I could keep the lights on or provide a meal for the family for the night. And so very, very humble beginnings just a very short time ago. But I went out and I was just willing to grind my face off, man. I mean, I just went out and attacked. I was real strategic about it. I found weaknesses out here in my market that I felt like I could definitely provide a better service, even if I didn't have the flashier vehicle or the commercials on TV. So I went out and really started building my business organically. I mean, person by person, customer by customer, shaking their hands, building organic relationships that still stand today. And so I started building this reputation that has lasted and has grown. And we've doubled in size just about every year. I think it was our fourth year of business. We slowed down the growth process a little bit, made a little shift. On track this year to double in size again. And I can't sit still. I don't get comfortable. As soon as we're like, okay, we're in a comfortable space, I'm like, what else can we throw in here to gunk up the works and make it exciting again? And, in one sense, it seems like it's been a very short trip. And in another, it's been a very hard road. When you do decide to jump into business by yourself with no prior business training, no knowledge of negotiations or contracts or customer relations, nothing. I came in green. You're going to take some lumps, man. I took some losses. I always made the customer number one. And when you make the customer number one, you're going to make mistakes, and your integrity is going to make you step up to the plate and take care of those mistakes, which ends up cutting into your pocket. And so I lost money several times, more than I want to remember or count on one hand for sure. But the customer always walked away smiling. And I'm in this for the long game. So many of us, want to finish this job, get paid, and run off. Where, my thing is, I want to be the last electrician you ever call. I mean, I want to be your electrician for the next 30 years. I want to be yours and your kids, and this be a generational thing. And so when you think long term, losing money on one project's, losing a battle, but still fighting the war. And so that's the couple things, the hard knocks come just with ignorance, starting a business with no knowledge. And that's where I really want to go back and help people with the Titan Success Academy, help implement the knowledge that I didn't have and help them miss some of those pitfalls. Because there was a couple times where things hit me, and if things didn't just happen the way they did, I could have been bankrupt. I could have been out of business. Might not be a Titans Electrical, and I very well could be doing work for someone else today. I got lucky, karma slid in and helped me out in a couple areas. But I definitely want other people to miss that if they see a value in what I can provide.
Dude, that makes a great transition to this question. So I get it. I'd love to hear your response. I get asked by a business owner, why should I hire a coach? And if they look at your story and say, Jason, well, you made it. Why should I hire you to help me do this? What would your response be?
If I would have had a business coach, and I have a business coach now, so I'm not just a coach for someone else. I have a coach myself, and my coach has a coach. But if I would have had a business coach from the moment I started, there's no doubt that I would financially be in a much better place right now. My business would probably be twice the size that it is now, if not more. Putting a coach, putting mentors, having a counsel that will advise you, having people who have been there who can help you, shortens your plan. You got a 10-year plan, man. Let's get there in 7. Let's go this way. Let's take the shortcut. Let's not bang this wall. Let's walk through the glass door. It's just people, especially in construction, think that they know it all. And even if they know that
it's not just construction, brother.
well, even if they don't know it all and they know they don't know it all, they still don't want any help. It's like the pride is like the biggest enemy for us business owners. So, I would just say that if I would have had a coach, I would be much further along than I am right now. Now, I don't hate the fact that I went through what I went through, but on the other side of it, like I could still be stubborn and say, hey, I don't want to coach for the next steps of growth that I'm taking and someone to help me build my coaching program and someone helping me with speaking. But then I'd have that hard road again, man. And we've only got so many years on this earth, so if you're 25, 30, 35, 40 starting a business, don't you want to be successful quicker? Wouldn't you like the Cliff Notes? If somebody can jump in and help you, I don't see why you wouldn't want to implement those structures and have someone teach you instead of, it's like trying to learn Chinese on your own or having a teacher who can teach you Chinese. If you're going to go out and grab a different language, have someone teach it to you. I think as we get older, we get a little bit more susceptible to those things. Life kicks us enough times that we're like, hey, okay, maybe it is okay to have a coach, man. Maybe if LeBron James has a coach, maybe it's okay for me to have a coach. Maybe if Tom Brady has a coach, I could have a coach. But I just made that shift in my own mind, 3 months ago. I just put a coach on. I got a mentor. I got a coach. I got 4 people about this decision I'm making in Titans Electrical. I have 4 people that I have an ongoing dialogue with because I found the value in other people's advice before you make a decision because I don't want to make any more mistakes, man. I like to think I'm getting wiser as I get older.
Man, it's pretty simple, isn't it? If you want to save time, spend a little money on coaching.
Yep.
That's what it comes back to. You can stumble along. You can try to navigate this on your own for years and years and wind up frustrated. What I hate, and one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this, is that I hate when I see a business that's at the end of their career and they're selling for 10% of what they could have sold for if they would have taken the time to build a business the way that it should have been built, man. It's so frustrating. Get there quicker, dude. It's that simple. So that's awesome, man. I love what you do, man. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Cool. So let's talk about the next steps, man. What are the next steps in business? What are the things that you're working on right now? And tell us why you're working on them.
Well, with Titans Electrical, I'm actually starting to back out a little bit. As my coach says, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. I love that phrase. And so I'm trying to pull myself out of the picture a little bit so that I can stand on the outside of my business and start working on Titans Electrical instead of working in Titans Electrical so much. I'm trying to implement the systems so that we can continue to grow and so that Titans Electrical operates whether I'm there or not. If the CEO of Nike passed away today, I'm sure Michael Jordan's would still be flying off the shelf, And so I started thinking of going from a mom and pop shop to a full-fledged, corporation. And when you got a corporation, man, things have got to work seamlessly whether you're there or not. And so that's the process we're in right now with Titans Electrical. With Titans Success Academy, we are in launch phase. The landing page will be up within the next 2 weeks. The coaching program will be for sale over the next 2 weeks. I've already got 6 clients, and this is just word of mouth that people have just been like, hey, we really need a coach. We want you to coach us. But we're going to start marketing that and pushing that over the next 2 weeks. My book will be complete. I'm hoping the book will be complete and out by the end of next month. That's the target that we're shooting for, so that I got something to leave with people when I go to these speaking engagements, so that they don't just hear what I have to say and then forget about me. When you're up on stage with a bunch of other cool speakers and they all have swag to leave, you're kind of at a disadvantage. And so I really have realized the importance of having a book. And I feel like my story is unique. So the book is going to be called Steps Are Not Seats. The thought behind that is that we all like to get complacent. We like to get comfortable. And I like people to be intentional about recognizing the steps in their life and not sitting down on them and taking a break or parking, being comfortable right there in the middle of the staircase, man. Keep taking steps forward and recognize that steps are not seats.
Man, that sounds like a book that's incredibly valuable. That's what I find with most business owners that have been doing business for a little while. They get to a spot of comfort for them and they just stop because they don't have anything bigger driving them. So, man, I love that concept. I think it's going to be an incredible value, and I'll be looking for it personally. So, and that's cool. So let's get to the last question. If you had nothing today, no resources, but you still know what you know, how would you start a company? What would you do?
Man, I'm really interested in this ClickFunnels thing that's going on right now. The hot button with the ClickFunnels. I actually went to a mastermind a couple weeks ago with a bunch of people that are far more successful than I. And I tell you what, I love getting in a room with people who have been there a lot longer than me and have got tons more success under their belt. I just get in there and shut up and listen and absorb like a sponge. But the way that these guys operated in this mastermind was the ClickFunnels game. And so I've always heard about the ClickFunnels. I really got the play-by-play on how that system works. And so I may get into where I'm building businesses and whipping them into shape, finding the target market, make them profitable, and then turn around and sell them. Get in the buy and sell game. Another thing that I'm looking at right now is solar. It just kind of makes sense. In the electrical game, people have started calling me here in Tennessee and asking about solar panels. And so I've started doing a little bit of research on that. And we're going to do an install here in the next couple of weeks. And if all goes well and we see a value in it, then we definitely could be stepping in the solar game. So I don't think I would need much resources to create a business and create some success in either one of those avenues. But without the success I have, I don't even know that I would understand that those avenues existed. So with the brain that I have now, but if I didn't have a company, I think solar and jumping in the ClickFunnels market would be two things that are kind of hot buttons for me right now.
Very cool, man. Yeah, understanding the systems online and literally how to create motion towards you is invaluable. And then the technology and the benefit that adds to people of solar is killer, man. So I love both of those avenues. Shoot, man, I think you're going to find some success in both of them moving forward. So that's awesome. So Jason, tell everybody where the best place to reach out to you is. Where's the best place for them to find you?
I operate every day. I'm on Facebook. I make money on Facebook. My network is on Facebook. We run Home of the Hustle, which is like a TV channel on Facebook, where we run scheduled programs where we bring entrepreneurs, business coaches, and things on and interview them. So Home of the Hustle on Facebook, Jason Daniels on Facebook. And if you find me on Facebook, then you can find everything I'm attached to, because I've got Titan Success Academy there. We've got Home of the Hustle there. I've got Titans Electrical connected there. So just Jason Daniels on Facebook, and then you'll be able to branch out and find my Snapchat, my Instagram, and find me all the rest of the ways to catch up with me if you want to get involved in Titan Success Academy, or are looking to partner up, or just want to get in my network, man. I provide tons of value on my feed on a daily basis. And man, if nothing else, if you just need that source of constant positivity, you can follow me on Facebook and get that there. And I'm not hard to reach. I engage. I talk to everybody. So send me a message. Heck, we'll get you on Home of the Hustle and start doing some things together.
Hey, man, that's awesome. I highly encourage you guys to reach out to Jason. He's got an amazing business, and this guy's got a heart to help and the ability to help. So, man, thank you for your time today, bud. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you.
You've been listening to SharpenTheHustle.com podcast with Jesse Miller. To learn more about the resources mentioned on today's show, or to listen to past episodes, check out SharpenTheHustle.com.